The bar's manager job doesn't stop when the lights dim. It extends into your community, your brand, and every crisis that comes your way. Welcome. This is Bar Manager's Notebook. Marketing, reputation, and problem solving, they are as critical as pouring the perfect drink. Today, we're going to dive in together not only how to survive these challenges, but how to thrive in them. Let's go. Internal marketing is where it all begins. It begins with you and with your team as first ambassador. And we will pinpoint some of the tools you can use. But first of all, let me give you a simple example of what I mean as yourself or your team as first ambassador. If I finish my shift and I want to have a drink, and the first place on earth that comes to my mind to where to have a drink is the place where I work in, it's very, very powerful, because it means you really believe in the product you deliver, in the hospitality you present to your guest, and in the overall experience, and you want to try it yourself as a guest. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to have. And if yourself and your staff have the same feeling, that's amazing, because you will tell more people. And if you're, let's say, a hotel and you have even multiple departments that they want to try this experience, it's amazing, because you're going to have this megaphone effect to the world, telling how wonderful the job you do, the drinks, the food, the guest experience that people have, how amazing it is. Well, that's a first fantastic tool, and you have it in-house. So use it and use it well. A second point is upselling. And upselling and being pushy, it's a very fine line. Being pushy is like, the salesman approach. It's like, this is a transactional thing. I have a product, I want to give it to you, goodbye, I don't care. Instead, upselling is the art of creating an offering, a customized maybe offering for a guest, or showcasing what we do. It's like, to put in a simple way, it might be like imagine this, it's like planting a seed into your guest mind, and maybe you're not going to make the sale today, you may make it next week or next month. It's basically like creating that relationship, creating that trust effect, making sure that your guest understands you're knowledgeable, and therefore that they can trust you with their money, with their evening, with the choices that they are in front of them during the night. So it's a long game and it's a long run. And why am I saying this is because you don't want to have a guest that comes one night and it doesn't come anymore. You want a guest to come today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, and repeatedly coming to see you. And that is very, very important to make the right upsell. You can have some other example, could be, let's say, if you choose a dish or you choose from appetizer to dessert, maybe you feel confident enough, and that's where I want to tell all the bar manager out there and the manager on the floor to train your staff to make some, for example, pairing, some combination of food and drinks, rather than just like, okay, cool, you're a server, you're just gonna need to know the food and that's it, and then maybe you have psalms and maybe you have the bartender. Like, help all these teammates to learn a little bit of the skill of each other so that they can actually feel more confident and comfortable with their guest and make the right recommendation. So someone maybe over there something to eat, and maybe you feel confident enough to say like, would you like me to pair with a certain wine, or would you like to try this couple of wine that actually pair perfectly with your dish? And maybe you're gonna put another little sale in there. Maybe you have an offering for a seasonal cocktail, because now we're getting to Christmas and it's a great opportunity to highlight some of the seasonal cocktail your bar team has been working on. Or maybe you picked up some spirits that are perfect for a certain part of the meal, before, after, or something. So that's again, creating that trust and bond with your guest is extremely important to create fidelity with them. Another wonderful internal marketing tool you can use is events. Bar world is absolutely like full of events, like for example takeover. So guest shift are very very popular in our world, and they're a great opportunity to showcase someone else's bar and maybe yourself when you're gonna go somewhere. Absolutely great opportunity. Maybe chef dinner tastings, depends what venue you are. You might have karaoke, you might have trivia night, you might do murder mystery nights with dinner or things like that. And they're all great opportunities because what they're gonna create is a buzz a little bit between your guest. Again, if you're already like confident of what you deliver daily, it will be easier to talk to your guest, to tell your guest, hey, we do this thing, these other things, we have a chef dinner, we have so many things. It's easier then to be genuinely excited about it. And that's where you want to be. On top of that, those opportunities might help you generating a more influx of people, also maybe raising your average check. So again, great opportunities. Another thing that it's important to remember is that inside your four wall of your bar or your restaurant, every night, every shift is a chance to market your bar. External marketing, it's basically how to put yourself out in the world through a third channel. It's social media, it's TV, radio, and all those external tools. And if you have a marketing team in-house, they will help you navigate that, navigate how do you put out in the world what you're doing, how you're doing it, and things like that. They can help you creating campaign, they can help you go for interviews and things like that. Regardless from that, because you might or might not have the budget for it, what is important is social media is a great tool, especially nowadays. In the last decades, we've seen how exponentially really helped or destroyed some venues and some reality. And social media is not about perfection. It's about try to be, especially nowadays, to be real. What you do behind the scene, your staff working together, cocktail prep, recipes. It's about like those things that they're fun, that convey the meaning that you are human behind, and it's not just like a robot making it. It's about, again, creating that connection and with your guests and with potential outreach of people that maybe want to come to your venue. What is important is like, do you need a plan? A lot of people ask me, do you need a plan? Do I need to prepare 700 posts and then be ready for it? Yes and no, in the sense you need to have an idea, a structure of what things you want to convey to the guests, what you want people to see. So you probably, yes, you need to have a little bit of a plan, but you don't need 1,000 posts behind it to be ready for it. You also have to start, so you need a little bit. And what's most importantly is the consistency. That's very important. You want to use a storytelling effect. You don't want to just say anymore like, it's like, oh, come Tuesday, it's $5 margarita, or like it's a 2-per-1, or things like that. Try something different. Try like, making a reel. Or maybe you're gonna have like your bartender squeezing limes and say like, hey, we're squeezing limes by hand, or like, hey, we're squeezing fresh lime for tonight. We're gonna have Tuesday's margarita. We're looking forward to see you there, type thing. And maybe into the description, in the caption, you're gonna write like, besides all this part, you're gonna also write $5 margarita, for example, but it's going to be at the very bottom. It's not anymore your first things you're going to say to your guest. You want to tell a story. Another thing, I am a strong believer personally, it's partnership. Partnership. It's a two-way connection. This is how the world should be. Like, it's not just I take and that's it. It's like we work together towards a new goal, towards a goal. And I really want to give a shout out to Tyres Elementary in London. It's definitely the first place that comes to my mind that start doing partnership in a genuine way with either was wineries, either was beer, either was t-shirts and things like that, glasses, whatever you want, like mixing tools for bartenders. That's really like it is a powerful tool because you dip in two areas, yourself and the one of someone else, and same for them, without actually paying ads. So that it's a win-win situation. So partnership with your local coffee shop, partnership with I don't know, a vinyl store around the corner because maybe you have a vinyl night and you have a DJ playing. Partnership with, you know, stores, brands, things that are around you that might be finding a connection with it. And again, it's gonna be almost a, you know, a free element that you can add to your venue, and people will talk about it and it will go to someone, to more and more people. So remember, consistency will beat the trends. Don't try to do just TikTok because everybody's doing TikTok. Own your own story. Trendy bars pops up and vanish every season. Bar with a soul, they stay. Your authenticity, your story, your value, your culture, it's what people connects with. And when guest feels at home, part of a family, they become regular. And regulars, they just don't come back. They bring their friends, they bring their family. They talk about you online, offline. They defend you online. To all the effects, they actually become your new marketing team. Here's the truth. Crisis management is where great bar managers are defined. And let me give you some examples. An intoxicated guest, drunk or difficult to talk to. Stay calm, stay firm, and make sure your staff is safe. Your goal is not to win the argument, it's to make sure that everyone is safe. Call out or no shows. Have a contingency plan. Have the staff cross-trained in different positions. Have great SOP written so that in case of those instances, you have staff that is ready to jump in different positions and help out the team. Tech failure, that one as well happens. A fridge might break down. A POS might stop working. Your beer line might have issues. Well, again, have a plan B. Talk to your chef. Come up with a plan in case your POS doesn't work. How are we gonna post the food? How are we gonna do? We're gonna do manual pads. How are we gonna write it? Have all these details defined. If your beer line doesn't work, then yes, you will have your supplier. But if it's Saturday night, how are you gonna do it? Well, again, have besides your supplier, also maybe a third-party tech that can help you and come out and fix that problem. If you have, for example, a fridge that is broken down, same, have a third-party supplier maybe that can help you with that, a third-party technician that can fix that. But in the meantime, empower your team to take actions, buckets, ice, beer and wine inside so that it's always cold. So all these are very important. Then you're gonna have like product shortages, and that happens too. So make sure to be upfront with your guest. It's better and the guest will be way more forgiving towards you if you're saying upfront that you're missing a gin rather than discovering that the gin is not available from the surprise phase your bartender. And at the end, don't forget probably the most important of all as a crisis: burnout for yourself and for your team members. Learn how to spot it. Irritability, mistakes, withdrawal. All those things can happen. Don't wait until they all explode. Recognize it before, step in early, redistribute the workload, and check in with empathy. Marketing, community, and crisis management aren't separate skills. They're all the same. Leadership. Marketing is leading your story. Community is leading relationship. Crisis management is leading under pressure. And when you tie them all together, you create a bar that is not only profitable, but respected and loved. The mark of a great bar manager isn't in the perfect night. It's in how you handle the imperfect one. And if this resonates with you or any of your friends in hospitality who needs it, then press identification bell, subscribe, let me know what you think, and most importantly, don't forget, your staff, your guest, your bar, they are all looking at you to set the tone. See you in the next episode.